Hi there everyone, Rob here with today's Western Pacific weather update. It is currently going into the 11th of April 2013, and today's attention is really going to be here on Southeastern Asia as far as our weather update. We're really talking about some heavy rainfall and flooding there into Malaysia. It's been quite significant, and you can see this big band of these monsoonal rains continuing to push here from the east towards the west, and it's just the start of the southwest monsoons really trying to kick in here. And across the southern Philippines, you've also been hit. Actually, some reports up to about 150 millimeters there in northern Mindanao in the past 24 hours. Farther towards the west, we've also been seeing this heavy rainfall come down. I mean, let's pull some of these up. This is actually 176 millimeters in the past 24 hours. There in the northern Indonesia, we're tackling about 99 millimeters. Also seeing some heavy rains there in southeastern China, but that's due to a westerly feature that's pushing through here. Really not anything tropical. In this area that we're talking about, actually in the Gulf of Thailand, the South China Sea, I don't want anybody to think that this is going to be a named tropical system by any means. But what we are seeing is this monsoonal flow associated with these series of low pressure systems, which is causing, well, this rough weather and flooding rains there across the Malaysian Peninsula, northern Borneo, and even portions of Mindanao. Very localized there. The worst really in the Malaysia. I mean, let's take a look at some of these photos. It's on the webpage, so you can click into the link down below to find it. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're on the webpage, then you're already looking at this here, and you can see this is actually some footage of the flooded roads there. Meanwhile, we're also going to continue to look down. This is actually in Kuala Lumpur. I mean, look at that parking lot. It's just completely loaded up with water. And you're seeing that across the city there in and around Kuala Lumpur neighboring districts. So definitely some very damaging weather as well. Some gusty winds kicking up here. Mainly due to that recent pulse from the MJO pushing across here. And it looks like the rainfall is not ending here in the near future. Actually, the next 72 hours, this is going into Thursday and eventually Friday, extending out there towards southern Thailand, southern Vietnam, much of northern Malaysia. You're going to be hit by this rainfall up to about 100 to 200 millimeters in some areas here, and generally about 50 to 100 millimeters. So it's going to be heavy at times, and there definitely is the risk of continued flooding here. Now, unfortunately, going through the week and actually much of southern Thailand, northern Malaysia, you're not going to see much of a break from this as well. Right now, we have this area pushing across the South China Sea into the Gulf of Thailand, and that's going to kick up these rain showers going into Friday. You actually can see it here, some heavy showers really persisting in some areas. We let this move ahead, and that's going to continue to develop yet more wet weather, especially there in southern Vietnam as well. And as we go through the weekend, actually going into Sunday, that's going to continue to linger. It's slowly tapering off, though, by the beginning of next week. So much of northern Malaysia, southern Thailand, you're definitely going to be under the gun from this area of convection that's going to persist over the next several days, gradually tapering off from that. At the very least, it's bringing, well, some sort of relief from the relentless heat you have been seeing there. I mean, if you take a look here at the forecast, you can find this at westernpacificweather.com. Temperatures into the 30s across this entire region here. If you are not actually located in one of these areas that are put up here, I know the cities are very random, but that's the way our provider gives it to us. You can just generally see where these hotter areas are going to be, and across much of the Indochina Peninsula, it is absolutely steaming hot. So some rain showers, unless it is flooding, like we've seen in those pictures in that video just a moment ago, will be somewhat of a welcome to relief, but yeah, you don't want any more flooding. Meanwhile, farther towards the east, much of the Western Pacific, though, remains rather quiet. We have a little spin up there, nothing severe at all, but it is going to contribute with that heavy rainfall there in the portions of Mindanao here throughout the next several days. And if we look farther even to the east, we can see that there are a few areas of convection here, and we're starting to see the return of typhoon season at the very least. We're seeing more convection, that intertropical convergence zone trying to work its way back towards the north, but at this time, high pressure is right here, and that is going to subside everything, keep things dry. Wind shear aloft is not welcoming for any tropical systems. So don't worry about it right now. It's really just this monsoonal flow there in much of southeastern Asia. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. Also, click the link on the screen. I'm going to put it over here. It's to a avalanche that James Reynolds actually captured in this past several weeks. He's been wandering around the mountains in Nepal. Got some pretty awesome footage out of that. And also, at the end of this, you can click the merchandise link. We got merchandise here at Western Pacific Weather. Wow, we're like a real thing recently. That's kind of neat. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a great day.